Hello everyone, and welcome to Jumperman Tech, where we specialize in HVAC, we do everything DIY, and today we have a service code and we have an error code on this ABB drive for an exhaust fan. Thank you to everyone tuning into Jumperman Tech. Today we have a service code for an exhaust fan. The exhaust fan is all the way up there, super high up, and we had a error code on this drive. This is the ABB, model number we have here, ACH580. I did get a picture of the error code. This unit is currently off. Got a picture sent to me. I'm gonna screenshot this so you guys can see, but it says we have a fault 3381 and it's labeled as output phase loss. Let's see what we have going on in here. Let's try to open up these covers. Okay, got some serial controls here. Got the VFD module up top and our disconnect eclipse bypass control below. Looking up the code, and it says error code 3381 on ABB drives indicate an output phase loss fault, meaning the drive detects that one or more output phases are not properly connected to the motor. In essence, the inverter isn't seeing all three phases it expects at its output terminals and thus can't drive the motor correctly. I'm not sure of the input voltage, but it is three-phase, probably 208 to 460. So power is going to come in through here, then send it up. And it shows here on the left is our input, and then our output right there, UVW T1, T2, T3, should be going to the motor. Okay, power does come in through here. 208, 208. 208, so we got 208 three-phase power coming in. We have our power coming in. Our issues on the output on the motor side. This should be off. Okay. All right, so the output will be UVW between these three. I checked all these three wires are tight. When I follow it, it looks like it actually goes into a contactor, and then out of the contactor, can't exactly see, but they must come out from there and go into the motor. All right, so power is coming in here, travels, comes into the input, then it's an output, goes into the bottom through this contactor here, then comes out of the contactor, swings around, goes into the little board here, and then there's three wires that come down and go into there, swings into this, and this line must go into the motor. Taking off some covers up there. Craziness. Okay. That red wire on the bottom looks like I see a lot of copper sticking out of it. I wonder if it's a poor connection in there. That could cause an issue. One connection in there is real shady for sure. That's something that I would look into. I did pull on it. It is in there, but it's really a bad connection. We need to check those wires. Okay, without pulling off any wires, I don't know if I'm going to get a feedback or not, but between the first two, I have 2.4 ohms. And then that's between 1 and 2, between 1 and 3, OL, between 2 and 3, OL. We need to know if we're getting a feedback in that little connector on that board, or do we actually have a problem with the motor, or with the wires for the motor leading into the motor. Okay, this connection here was extremely loose. I basically didn't even take anything out of there. That had a little something to it. You know what? How about if I tighten it up and then recheck it without doing anything? Could it just be a bad connection here? Because that had no resistance on it at all. Let's check again. No, nothing. Same thing. All right, let's check. Between these two, I had continuity. Thank you. Continuity. Oof. OL. So it is issue. No continuity. Okay. All right, we're up here. Took off the cover for the motor wires, and there's our problem. All right, we definitely need to fix these wires, but we need to know if the motor is still good and we don't have open windings in the motor. So let me strip this back so I can get a good connection and try to give this a test. Need to isolate the motor itself and make sure this is okay. And this light keeps coming off in this room. Adrian, leave it off. Hold that ladder, okay?
I know.
Okay. All right, I'm just saving this and labeling them together just so I don't have to go crazy later. Put a cable tie on this. Put a cable tie on the next three and the next three. I want to isolate the motor completely, and no, so this black wire, it's gonna go here, white wire goes to this three set of cables, and this red wire goes here. And let's see, I'm gonna mark them with my little sticker book by Klein Tools, just so we know everything's gonna be put back the same way. So these three wires go to the red wire. I have a marking that says R for red. These three wires go to the white wire. I labeled it as W for white. And then these three wires that burned up, put cable tie them, and it says B. It's gonna go to black. There's four wires coming in. Red, white, black, and the green for ground, and it gets connected to three sets of three cables. Okay, I have all three sets of cables together so we know where they go. So that's the motor isolated, and here's the three power wires coming in. Let's see if we can start with a basic test on our meter, reading resistance. My meter reads resistance and continuity at the same time. For a three-phase motor, it should be equal between any two sets of cables. 2.2 to 2.4. Let's see where it averages out. 2 ohms, and the next two 2.1 ohms, and then the next two, man, a light keeps coming out, and 2.2 ohms. Looks like we can save this thing. It's also ground the motor. Make sure there's no continuity or resistance from each leg to ground. No. No. And no. Basically each set of cables to ground. It's not grounded. And we got good resistance between all three. The lights keep turning off in here, man. It's just crazy. Thank God for my light. So the resistance sounds good. I don't know if it's me, but the windings in here look really dark. I don't know if there's a coating on there or there could be a problem. So to go into a more in-depth test for this, we can bring out the megameter and check the insulation resistance on the motor to get a better idea of what's going on here before we just connect this thing back up. This thing could be failing from this problem, and then we got to figure out why did that burn up. Maybe the wire nuts are not rated for that amperage. You know what I mean? They got them from Harbor Freight or Temu. They picked up wire nuts from Temu, but we got to see. Now I got the megameter. I'm gonna go from each line to ground. Well, the casing of the motor. I'm gonna cap off these two before I apply voltage. I'm gonna apply 500 volts to this. Everything looks safe. All right, 4,000 megohms. Let's watch the voltage drop before I can move on to the next one. Now we're safe. I'm gonna take off a cap here, cap off this line, and check the next set. $4,000 checks out. The voltage drop is showing on the meter. I'm gonna take off the next set, cap off this one. Okay. 4,000. Let's let the voltage drop. This actually checks out. Was there like a strand of wire or something like that that caused this thing to melt like that? Did it touch metal, you know? Why did that whole thing burn out? Did it overamp? What's going on here? But this actually all checks out. Let's put these wires all back together. Alright, we're just putting these all back the same way it was wired, and we're going to make sure we got good tight connections in here. That's going to be the key with that. And we got to figure out why did this happen, and it could be a good possibility that the problem was that poor connection we saw at the VFD. Poor connection or loose connection causes high amperage. High amperage would be heat. There you go, start burning up. All right, before I close everything back up, let's check that continuity test again. I got it.
Got it?
All right, we got those two. How about these two? We got it. And how about these two? We got it. Let's go. Let's put these wires back, make sure we got a snug connection, and we're ready to start this thing up. All right, one more. Get all the way in there, make sure we all got good tight connections. That looks a lot better too.
Yep.
Way better. It's all connected, everything is back together. Check the belt, belt's looking okay. Looks like we're ready to start this thing up. Got this cover off, so.
Did you pull on that pulley just to see if everything's like, there's nothing missing in the pulley itself?
Yeah. What the hell just popped out of there? All right. Motor's starting. It's going up. All right. Ramping up. Let's go. Show me the money. So output frequency 59.98 hertz. So this thing's running at full blast. Motor's pulling 6.6 amps. RPM 1765. It's looking right to me. Okay, man, that's what's up.
I want to see on the motor plate. What's the?
All right, closed everything back up. Started it up. No error code. System's running. We're gonna wrap this video up here. If anyone found this video interesting or helpful, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe as I come out with new videos every week. Catch you all next time.